Alright, today I'm going to do a review of this bucket water heater I purchased on Amazon for like 40 bucks. I do a lot of work during the winter time with tile, water, drywall, everything that requires me to put my hands in a cold bucket of water. Anyhow, this Butterball thermostat came with a turkey fryer. We're going to use it just to see if we can see what the temperature gets with this thing. Hopefully it'll be, at least room temp or better. I'm just tired of working in cold water. Anyhow, from what I've read, it says this is like a cage. It keeps you from getting burned by these elements that are down in here. It says you can place it right down in the right down into the bucket, 5-gallon plastic bucket, and it won't burn the sides. It also says it's UL listed, so hopefully, no shocks or nothing like that. Recommends not plugging in an extension cord. Looks like it's got about maybe 4, 5, 6 foot cord on it. Anyhow, we're going to drop it in. Let's see what happens. Nicely, I got a plug in right here. So let me see if I can hold it open. Okay. And there's a light on in there, if you can see that. Should be a little brighter, but it says as soon as you plug it in, it starts working. Saying with about 10 minutes, it should get to, pretty good temp. Just want to see if it's going up. It does recommend leaving the end of this here out of the water. Just this big plastic piece you see here. But it's a automatic thermostat, so it's going to shut off once it reaches certain degrees. 1500 watts, 120 volts, 60 hertz. Let's see, here's that's what it's showing on the box. That's the little light I just showed you. Let's see what happens. Yep, you can see the bubbles that it's creating, and that's what I read, that them little bubbles will start forming. That's how you know it works. And this is just gonna start heating from there. I'm sure you'll see the bubbles. They'll start getting a little bit better here in a minute. See if I can zoom in on it. So them bubbles on that element right there is actually what's heating up, and then the metal cage around it's what's keeping the bucket from getting burned or melted or whatever. So it definitely looks like it's going to work. Let's see where we're at. The temperature's starting to go up just a little bit. Says you can stick your hands in it and work with it with your hands in the bucket. I prefer not to. I'll test the water with my finger, but I'm not gonna leave that in a bucket, especially if I'm trying to clean grout out of a shower or a floor or something. I just need clean water, but I want some at least room temp or warm water. When it's 30 degrees outside and then you get cold tap water, it's like 5 degrees or whatever it is. It's easier just to do this, hopefully. So I don't know that we'll just sit here and wait for 10 minutes. It's been about 2 minutes, 3 minutes since we've started. Hopefully we can get up to at least 120 degrees. That would be perfect. It's still moving. bubbles will get stronger and stronger. Yeah, you can see the temp starting to come on up. And I know this is probably not the right thermostat to use, but this is what I got on hand right now. Usually I don't check the temp on things unless it's food. Most food I cook, you know, we know it's when it's done. But yeah, it's definitely moving. Nowhere in the instructions did it tell me the exact temp that it would actually get to, but I believe it's 120 degrees. That would be standard of like what a water heater in your home would usually operate at, not unless you turn it up, you know, yourself, but they come preset like that, I believe. Yeah, you can tell the temp's starting to climb. It's not real fast, it don't seem. I'm sure the longer it sits, the hotter it gets. Definitely make sure you don't touch none of that metal once it's in there and plugged in and been on for a while. We're inching up there to 100. Let's check out the rate of these bubbles again. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's getting hotter. That element rod now has got bubbles all the way around it. And the bubbles that are reaching the surface is the actual heat you can see releasing off of it. Like I said, it's a regular Home Depot 5-gallon bucket. It's not slammed full of water, but you know, about 6 inches down from the rim. Probably could have went a little bit, you know, a little bit deeper. Could have set this thing upright like this, you know, but I believe we're good for now. It's not melting the bucket or nothing. Doesn't appear. Let's see where we're at. You know, I'm on the other side of that rod, that probe. There's a good distance between it. So we're 8 minutes into this video. It's probably been on for 6 minutes of that 8 minutes. So I don't doubt that it'll get over 100 in 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's definitely not fast. Like I said, I purchased it on Amazon. It was $39.99. It was here in 2 days. But if this thing could keep my hands out the cold water, I'm all game. I hate the cold and definitely hate cold water. Unless I'm swimming. See what them bubbles are looking like now. It's starting to. Starting to get warmer. Alright, so I went ahead and just fast forwarded this for about It's been about 16 minutes. So in total, after this thing is set running, I think we're at 22 to 23, somewhere around in there minutes. We're almost 150 degrees and it ain't moving no more. So we're gonna say that's about where we're at, about 130. So when we're 15 minutes in, we got up to about 100. That's good enough for me. I'm gonna call it on that. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.